Hello, everybody. Welcome to another hot day in the Okanagan Valley of British Columbia. I'm here today to introduce you to a new project I'm involved in. I want to explore through a series of conversations, which you'll be able to witness, a concept called communal practices. The idea for this exploration began with my dear friend, the late Lynn Hoffman, often known as one of the pioneers of family therapy. Years before Hoffman passed on, she talked with me about no longer believing in or practicing what she used to call family therapy. Instead, she became interested in what she termed communal practices. You can hear her talking about such ideas in the 2012 film I made about her work, All Manner of Poetic Disobedience, Lynn Hoffman and the Rhizome Century. It's available on YouTube. She made it clear this is not therapy. She saw that as a deadly word, implying hierarchies and powers that we shouldn't be wielding. It is also not counseling, according to Hoffman, another term that implies individual expertise over communal values. In this project, I'll be following this idea that Hoffman put out there and explore with a network of others a variety of ideas and practices that might bring to life the concept of communal practices and how such a concept might be of relevance to each of us within life and work. There will be several points of focus that will emerge within these conversations. Some of these will include the following. First of all, the term communal in this context will include much more than the human. It will also involve what some scholars these days call the post-human. That is, we'll be talking about relations that extend beyond that which we typically think of as human. These will include relations with land, water, the sky, with creatures, with technologies, with the viral and microorganisms, with all sorts of beings embedded within our stories and cultures. Of course, this is not about being anti-human, but rather it is about expanding our relations to take seriously those relations that move beyond that which we typically think of as human. Another focus will include what I see as traditions of creation rather than traditions of fall redemption. This is a distinction made by theologian Matthew Fox many years ago. This includes a move beyond the idea of the therapeutic, beyond the idea that people and other entities are broken and inadequate and need some redemptive interventions to move ahead in life. Fox was not the only one talking about a concern for these fall redemption traditions. While they didn't use that exact terminology, you see similar concerns addressed in the work of individuals like John McKnight and Ivan Illich. I see this fall redemption tradition as embedded in the colonial mindset of the Western world. There are other practices which seem to lie more within the creation tradition, where we together find ways to create our joint lives and futures. These are the ideas, practices that I want to explore in this project. I want to emphasize that I'm not interested in doing away with what we might imagine as the therapeutic professions, even though the language used to describe such work tends to be squarely within the fall redemption tradition. I am interested in looking beyond the hegemony of such fields, to not be encumbered by such traditions, and to explore ways of engaging together that infuses our community, indeed our worlds, with life and creativity. And you can be sure some of those who will be joining us in these conversations will themselves come from the helping professions. Indeed, I come from these professions. We're still in the process of deciding who will be involved within these conversations. They will include an array of people, all with different investments in the work of communal practices. This project will be published on my YouTube channel, the Rhizome Network. It will also be accessible via Facebook and academia.edu. So please stay in touch. We're hoping to post our first interview within the next few weeks. Looking forward to seeing how this project unfolds and looking forward to many new interactions with all of you. Take care. Have a great day.